Hey guys. Okay, how's the sound on this? Looks all right from here. A little bit of that. Hope it's not too bad. Someone want to give me a test comment in the room so I can see that I'm getting comments actively and automatically. First, thank you to everyone who's joining me right now. I'm going to stall for a little bit to allow for anyone else who's going to come in. Because, yeah, new place, new everything, whatever. I'm going to do a test comment if nobody else does. Test comment! Great. At least my own comment showed up. For the 10 of you that are watching right now, I assume more people will probably join us, and you'll probably hear the same thing a few times. I may have to restate and clarify and, whatever. So please just stick it out. I'm planning on talking for about an hour to an hour and a half, and hopefully that will cover everything. But again, thank you for joining. You can leave your comments you can leave your question comments in the YouTube comments or tweet me at SamProof. If you see me checking my iPhone, that's because I'm trying to keep up to date on your tweets, your Twitters, your Twoutists, and I should probably log into my account for that, so I'll do that. But you can send me tweets at SamProof, as it states down there. Real quick, before I start answering any questions, there's one major thing that I would like to point out up front about this campaign to buy Stickam for $5 million, technically a little bit more because of processing fees. What is my Twitter? That should be my account number. All right, whatever. One more time. I specifically created a fixed account on Indiegogo, which is like a Kickstarter campaign. On Indiegogo, you have two options. You have an open or a fixed account. On open campaigns, you get whatever money you raise, even if you don't hit your goal. With fixed accounts, you only get that money if you raise the full goal, $5 million in this case, a little bit over that. So if I don't raise that money, it goes back to those who donated. So there's like zero risk here involved. It's not like you're automatically putting that money out and it's gone. It very well may come back to you. So please keep that in mind when you're donating. And please donate because of that. This is, if not anything else, a symbolic gesture to Stickam, the people who own it, or other companies who might be willing to buy it in the event that we don't raise $5 million to do that, which is the asking price that Stickam has quoted me. So I'm not seeing any new questions in the room just yet. Oh, wait, here we go. All right. Okay. Great. Next, you're heard. Great. Okay, great. I hear your audio. Video is perfect. Thank you, Howling Wolf. Emo Howling Wolf. It actually looks a little skippy on my own side, but I guess that's because it's going up and coming down. And someone else replied to their own comment. Great, no dancers tonight. Sorry, everyone. Oh man, that's sad, because I did live stream from a burlesque show at one point, and those are in my Stickam archive, which we may never see again. All right. If you do have questions, please put them in the YouTube comments or tweet me at SamProof. Let me see if I can get another window open so I can get those. So I'm going to start with some of the questions that I've already had posted on the Indiegogo or the other videos and things like that. First and foremost being, how I could possibly run that company better, or keep operation costs going, essentially, because the asking price is $5 million, and we're only trying to raise $5 million plus the cost that it's going to take for PayPal and Indiegogo, because they take a stupid percentage, like 9% altogether. So here's the deal: the asking price is $5 million. Hopefully, when we get that money, we will talk Stickam down to a place where we can, get operating costs for 6 months to a year. I've been in touch with Stickam and people over there who have the numbers. It's $150,000 per month to run Stickam. They were making about 50,000 in advertising, which is obviously $1,000 loss. There currently is no debt there, so all of that is clean. It's a clean slate. We just have to make up that money. So hopefully we go in, we bring them down to a lower price that will take care of operating costs for the initial, start, the interim. And then what do we do about getting, those operating costs once that initial money has gone away? So obviously Stickam's business model wasn't working. 50,000. I mean, 50,000 is a lot, but not enough. So I do have a lot of ideas on how we can incorporate sort of the bigger streamers who were being featured and hooking them up with product placement deals. Because a big part of where Stickam fell was like ad blocking software. So if we're going to stick with a somewhat traditional ad revenue model, then you have to go to a place where those ads cannot be avoided, which is product placement. And that's how traditional TV's been, snowballing for years. So why wouldn't we do that? I've already done that with my own videos and live streams. Izzy was a sponsor of mine. Snyder's sent me tons and tons of pretzels, and I've got the connections, to bring that in. That's not the only thing. I mean, that could get obnoxious if, Matthew Lush is out there every 10 minutes going, man, I love these pretzels. But we got to do what we got to do. The other thing that I think is intuitive in combining both an ad revenue model and, again, any live streamers is creating a sharing revenue platform, because then we can give them the control over how often, they put out commercials, ads, banners, whatever. And they take a percentage. So that encourages them, to back that system as well. There's a bunch of other ways we can go about this, which is cutting costs straight out. And obviously, 9 million users. I have no idea how many dead accounts. Stickam takes up a lot of server space. So one of the things I would like to introduce is a cloud revenue, a cloud server sharing, which is, those people who dedicate server space on their own computer, users who do that, to alleviate the cost on the company's server space, and they would be rewarded through things like, Stickam had its own coin system and badges and just special perks like that for those people, specific admins, things like that, which is something Polarity Pictures Ken and I have talked about briefly. He had a few ideas that kind of hit the mark with things I had been thinking about as well, which is just having user admins to help. There were so many people who asked when I did this about, I always got flagged from doing nothing and stuff like that. And I got kicked out of rooms and things of that nature. So, if there's a buffer between the people who are flagging and, sort of a base of trusted user admins that can go in, check it out, see whatever the last 30-second clip from that person is, or, chat room thing, to verify whether or not they deserve kicking, is something I want to bring up. But that has a lot more thought to it that I haven't put into it. So let me see if I can pull up the Twitter, just in case there are tweets being twote. And if you guys have any specific questions, again, please leave them in the YouTube chat or comments. Should be able to see those automatically. I think it updates every couple of minutes, so it might take me a while to see it. And yeah, so let me check my notes. I have a bunch of other things people have already asked me. Sound for checking notes. Operating cost, cloud server improvements. So yeah, this could be really quick if I get through this list. Do I get my T-shirt finally from Stickam? Actually, that is another thing. As far as talking about financing and money and investments, Stickam never had like its own stick store, to my knowledge. And if it did, it was hard to find. And I don't know, I'd have bought a $20 shirt, you know. And I think, obviously merchandising is a good idea, and possibly partner merchandising with featured live streamers if we can make that happen. That would be cool. So yeah, definitely, if Stickam comes back, I'm making shirts, man. And Ken, yes, you'll get one. But also, way back in the day, Stickam had their own webcams. I still have one. I should have brought that down. That would have been cool. In fact, I have like 2 extras somewhere. I think one doesn't work anymore. But cool things like that. I think there's a lot of things you can do with a site as vast as it is, especially in the merchandising thing. I'm not just like / looking for things to put money into, but I think there are a lot of things we could have, invested time and energy into get this company more profitable. And I think it does come down to partnering up with those people making content first and foremost, as well as selling the brand better. One of the other things I want to get back to talk about alleviating costs, aside from cloud server, obviously, excuse me, I have water. I was going to say, obviously, Stickam has built up thousands and thousands of terabytes worth of archives that they just didn't purge. It wasn't until like fall of last year that they even started to enforce the account file size limits. And when that happened, my own account was like, you are 13,400% over the limit. Please delete some videos, which I never did. So obviously there's a lot of data enforcement that can be done there. There can be tiered accounts, whereas you want to be a user, free. You want to be a broadcaster, free. You want to be a broadcaster in HD and archive your videos, and all these other perks should add up to an account, like a membership account, whatever that comes to. But before even doing that, I would like to offer this solution, which is to create a system that instead of archiving your videos and live streams onto Stickam itself, will connect to your personal YouTube account, which has no limit, and back those things up there. I think that's a natural, simple idea to alleviate those things. And then we can purge the system of probably millions of terabytes of information. Any other questions? God, I wish I had written down some of these other ones. Let me pull up my Facebook, because I know I had some things on there in one of 7 locations. And my Hootsuite. Okay. All right. Holding while finding other questions. And okay. Oh gosh. All right. Oh, here we go. It just updated a lot of stuff. Hey Zen, what's going up, buddy? Hey Mia, how you doing? Gothic Twig, Mutant and Proud. Okay. And okay. Well, I gotta scroll down a whole lot now. Dang. Good on, guys. You actually wrote a ton. All right, here we go. No answers tonight. Actually, another site valued it at $800,000 for the site or the URL, because a lot of those like automatic domain name analyzers just do the domain name and not what the profitability of the site is, unless something else. Oh, hey, Dallin. All right. And Punkman19, would the Stickam staff consider regrouping to create another site, or have they all went their separate ways? Which is actually a good question. I've been in contact with Andy, who is director of programming at Stickam, and he was basically in charge. You know, he was like the guy running everything. He helped create the Meltdown studio space. Melt Vault is what it's going by now. He was the reason that I got involved in a lot of functions through Stickam. I worked on at Long Beach Comic Con as their official streamer through my stream. I did the Celebrity D&D charity fundraiser for 3 years because of Andy and Stickam. And we've been in contact. And yes, a lot of people have, I mean, everyone's basically been let go at this point, except for 1 or 2 people who are maintaining until they take the rest of the site down at the end of the month. So a lot of people are looking for what to do next, and will probably move on as quickly as possible to whatever they can. But I have talked to, you know, people from Stickam about the eventuality that should I get all of this money, $5 million some dollars, and not be able to secure a deal with the CEO of Stickam to purchase it, that is the only sort of wild card here. Again, it's a fixed campaign, so if I don't raise the money, you guys all get your money back. If I do raise the money, then we buy Stickam. But if for some reason we cannot come to a deal, an agreement, then the plan from there is to take the things we loved about Stickam and create a new site. And there will be people from Stickam who will come on board to do that with me, unless they've, you know, found a new job and they're so tightly secure in it that they don't want to go away. But at this moment, you know, yes, they're on board for doing that. Okay. And Polarity, yes, I have been in contact with employees, as I was saying. This tweet might be a little slow and I might be lagging. But yeah, I've always been very close to the Stickam staff. Again, I've worked closely with them for about 5 years. I'm not going to address any other live streaming sites. Should post a running blog informing everyone of updates and info. Ken, about updates and info, anyone who donates even $1 to the Indiegogo will get all of my updates. And it's just, that's the easiest place to do it because I don't want to have to spread everything out to different places. So all you have to do is $1 at this point to indiegogo.com/Stickam, and you'll get all the updates. Yeah, we'll have it in one place. Everyone will know what's going on at one time. I look to be lagging considerably on my end. I hope that's not the case. The ads in the show always seem to... Okay, Zen Archer, who is a longtime Stickamer, like myself, says the ads in the show always seem to cause lag for the Zen Archer show. And I've never actually equated the ads themselves to the lag, aside from just people getting in, you know, slower and having missed me saying hi to them because of that. And I don't know the back end. I'm not, you know, I'm not a heavy programmer. I don't know all the PHP and all the... That's probably not even remotely. I know what the software is called and I forget right now. But yeah, I don't know the tech specifics behind that, but that is something that obviously we would look into. Mia says, a blog or save Stickam Central in addition to Indiegogo would be useful. Okay. I mean, I guess I can set up a Tumblr or something like that as well. I just don't want to split the I don't want to split the information too much, you know. But whatever. We can make it all work together. Okay, that's Ken addressing Zen. Great. In my opinion, Stickam needed more admins. Yeah, Mutant and Proud, I don't know, I think you were here, but I was saying earlier that one of the things I'd like to do is have, and this was something Polarity Pictures had talked to me, had mentioned to me, was sort of a user admin. So it's specific users that we trust to take on this responsibility of policing those users that have been flagged and reviewing those flags and validating them or invalidating them for the benefit of those people. I definitely, think that would be something worth doing. Yeah. So, all right. Pop show Zen. Yep. Okay. And I'm definitely frozen on my side. Is the video but not the audio working for you guys, and or vice versa? I'm gonna do a quick refresh on my side. Check my Facebook real quicks. Okay. All right. Okay, great. And there's a car passing by. Actually, a motorcycle. Whoops. Hold for motorcycle. Okay. All right. So here's another big question that Zen has. There's two actually that are valid questions that Zen posted. The first one is, did Stickam give any reason for closing? What made up their minds? I have not. There has not been an official word aside from that the CEO pulled it. And the staff themselves tried to save it, and find another investor on their own, and they just didn't have time. And that's really all it came down to. It was literally someone was just like, no, this is done tomorrow, done. It was a shock to everyone. The staff and myself included. So no official word has been made on that. I did contact the person organizing the sale. They said there's no debt on Stickam. So it wasn't making enough money. It was not profitable. And as far as I know, that was the only reason. It was simply a money thing. So Zen also asked, why save Stickam in particular? There are other live streaming options. And that's true. We're on one right now, and look how horrible. No, it's not horrible. I don't dislike the YouTube live stream. Obviously, it's a little laggy right now. But there is a difference between what type of show this would be if it was on Stickam. The amount of communication, the ability to have 6 people in a guest cam slot was always something awesome. And back in the day when you could feature that guest cam slot, that was super fun. A lot of people have asked, if I get the money, can I bring that back? And that was on my list of things that I wanted to do, is find out why they took it away and see what we can do to bring it back. I'm sure maybe, they took it away for litigious reasons or things of that nature. And I think there's a way around that. That's simple. You just give people the opt-in or opt-out. Like, nope, don't want to be featured on the front, viewer. I won't be there. So that's fine. But if you go to any of the other live streaming sites, it's almost always this. It's one big window. It's usually a better chat room than YouTube has. I'll grant that. With the exception of Tiny Chat, which is all little windows and seems to have issues no matter what browser you in. I'm gonna talk good now. Tiny Chat's kind of the closest thing to what Stickam was doing, and I don't like it. There was a site a long time ago called Operator 11 that had a similar big window, little guest chat window that worked pretty cool. And honestly, if I couldn't procure a sale with Stickam for the amount of money that they quoted and blah blah blah, I might try and track down who had created the Operator 11 site because of its similarities, just to use the software as a base. But I think Stickam's worth saving for more than just the platform or the software. It's not just oh, it was a big window with 6 little cam slots and a nice chat room, and you had a lurker, you had an admin, you had a mod, you had the ability to log in through any social platform network. Um, there was so much more to it. It was a 9 million user website. I don't know how many of those accounts were active, but it was the original live streaming site. It was the biggest live streaming site. It got the most traffic. It's like pulling YouTube, being like, we're shutting down YouTube. Yep, you could go to Vimeo, you could go to Dailymotion, you could go to any of those other sites, wouldn't be the same. The other simple thing is that just the vast majority of people on it made it something special. Zen, you made it something special. All the people in this room that I met over Stickam, you made it something special. Matthew Lush, oh God, what was the tech guy? I'm going to suck at that. G4, MTV, as big as they were, they made it special. It was like our own little thing. We got to do this thing with them. Now the internet spreads out so much and it's not special anymore. One of the other things I wanted to say, and this kind of goes along those lines of why to save it. Somebody asked me on Facebook, why not put this time and energy and money into a bigger cause? And I question the logic in that, because through Stickam, I was able to work with Reach Out and Read 3 years in a row, fundraising to fight illiteracy and give books to preschoolers. Wow, I should know that. My wife's a preschool teacher, and infants and stuff like that. Well, not infants, but the range right in between where they start to read. And we raised thousands of dollars to fight illiteracy and to get reading to really young kids, get books to kids. And it's because of Stickam. It's because I was able to go and broadcast to all of these people that we could do that. So I think the platform is the cause. There is no greater cause to me. I've spent 7 years of my life working intimately with the staff of Stickam and through people I've met on Stickam and friends that I've accrued on Stickam. And I've almost been on no other website actively that long, aside from YouTube, really, and my email. So I don't see a reason not to save it, Let's see what we got in the tweet. Nope, that's just somebody liked it. Great. But let me talk about something else, which kind of is a flip side to this. Why wouldn't you try to save it? We've all invested time in this. Why wouldn't you invest a dinner? If there are 9 million viewers, Stickam users, active or not, I don't know how many active there are. It only takes $10, $20 from everyone to make this money happen. So why not put that on the line? And it's not a risk. Again, if we don't raise $5 million, you get it back at the end of the month. If we do, we get Stickam. So why wouldn't you take that risk? Somebody, actually Anthony Vanity, said it was a ridiculous idea. And then he asked me how I planned on taking care of the operating costs. And at the end of that conversation, he said, okay, go with that. That sounds good. Good luck. And he's right. However, this is a ridiculous idea. This is $5 million. I should never see $5 million in my lifetime. You should never see $5 million in your lifetime. None of us should be attempting to buy a company this big. All right? That being said, here's a list of other ridiculous ideas. Taking a piece of metal, putting a person on it, and flying around the world. It was a ridiculous idea. But the Wright brothers did it. Swimming the English Channel. That is a ridiculous idea. But somebody did it, and then thousands of people after her did it. Going to the moon, whether or not you believe it, ridiculous idea, and we did it. You know, the world is just made up of ridiculous ideas. And it's those people crazy enough, call myself crazy for sure, that take on these tasks that make them happen. And I need you to be crazy with me, you know? I need you to go to indiegogo.com/stickam and put $10. Come on, $10, $20. What does it matter? You know, at the end of the month, if we raised $5 million and you're out $20, are you going to miss that? And for everyone who's a naysayer like Anthony Vanity was, but turned him around, I've created a new perk right now on the Indiegogo campaign. I almost thought I was going to be late to start because I was putting this up. You know, and it's the I told you so. So here's the deal. You miss a dinner for 1 month. You know, maybe you go out to dinner, it's $20. Maybe you buy some alcohol, you bring a date, $30, $50. $50. You buy the I told you so. And if I don't raise the $5 million, at the end of the month, somewhere in March, I will put a YouTube video up that says you were right, and I will name every person who paid for the I told you so perk on the Indiegogo page. So come on. There you go. It's win-win at that point. If I win, you get Stickam back. If I lose, you get a video dedicated to you and how right you were. So do that. Come on. Because really, at the end of the month, you're probably going to get that $50 back. All right. Oh, good. It just updated. I was going to run out. The user base first. I did like scheduling and TV guide idea Stickam used. So did I. I thought it was great. How can the new Stickam be able to expand into other areas, or education, entertainment? Yeah. First off, Zen, I did love the TV guide element. I don't know how many users actually were aware that it was there. But that being said, you know, it was innovations like that, innovative or not, because TV Guide started that shit, but that made Stickam unique. You know, in the later years, they created the Stickam Shuffle to compete with Chat Roulette and the Stickam Poker. And I never used those things, but I know a lot of people did, and they were popular. And this kind of goes into what Ken was saying about expanding into other ideas. Now, you're actually talking about something a little bit different than what I'm going to say right now, but I think poker was the right direction. I think you guys all remember a site called OMG Pop that did sort of chat room games. And now they're, oh God, what are they called now? I don't remember, but they have like an iPhone app, and they were all Flash-based games, and I think that's brilliant. You know, I think poker was one step in the right direction, and there should be a cavalcade of games that you can play with other people in the chat room, you know, and maybe even everyone's in their own guest cams, and you could just play producer and be like, everyone's going to play Centipede, boom, go. And then you feature the different people you want. You just take that role. I think that would be super cool. And that's a natural team up with a company like OMG Pop, or with WoW, or with Magic the Gathering. They've got an iPhone app. Any of these companies that have these games, the Stream, oh no, it's just Stream. The Stream was a live stream. Oh, it's too confusing. All that kind of stuff. But also, what Ken's saying about expanding into areas of education and entertainment, I love that. I think that's brilliant. And I along those lines on my own channel, this is more entertainment, but somewhat educational. I covered like writers meetings, not meetings, but just like con discussions, basically, where like a panel of writers from like Fringe and Lost and whatever else would talk to their audience about things like that. And I think, I don't know how much Stickam tried to push into that realm of teaming up with entertainment celebrities and stuff like that. There were a lot of bands that came on. Andrew WK was a weekly show. Andy Milonakis did a weekly show. Stu Stone did a weekly show. And there's just tons more out there to approach and do and things like that. One of the things I had mentioned early on the Facebook, I may have even said this in my original video, was one of the things I want to do is bring back the Stickam studio, because when they first started, they had a studio. I have a small studio. Hey, if I bought that company, people are welcome to my garage 24/7. Don't tell my wife. To do live streams, we'll make it happen. We have the equipment. We're going to do some cool stuff. Key this out, whatever you want in there. But oh God, I got off track. Oh God, yep, way off track on that. But yes, events. That's what it was. I know Stickam covered a lot of events. We were at the Roxy. We were on the Sunset Strip. We were at Long Beach Comic Con. We were at all these different places covering events. But I think it can also create those events and then get ticket revenue. You create the thing and you broadcast the thing, and you do that every week. I mean, if Stickam could find a cheaper space. They were in downtown Los Angeles. When I first teamed up with them to start doing streams, they were streaming out of the U.S. Bank Tower, which is the tallest building west of the Mississippi. And I'm sure rent there was not cheap. 72nd floor, the tallest building, is not going to be a cheap thing, but that's where they were. So you got to take those offices into the valley. You got to put a studio in the valley. I know it's not the heart of Los Angeles. People are going to have to drive an extra half hour to get there. But come on. You got to cut the costs where they are. So yeah, that's another thing I'd really want to do is live events. I know Stickam occasionally did a few live events. I'm not positive how much, though. How much, if they ever made ticket revenue off them. I don't think they did. Cool. Thank you guys for everyone who's out there tweeting this link out and posting it on Facebook. I tried to do that before I got in here, but it takes everyone. So please take a minute, go post it somewhere while I look for the next question. Wait for the YouTube thing to update. I guess it only updates the comments like every 10 minutes. Or actually more like 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll keep answering things as long as you guys keep typing things in. I was going to go to 7:30. It's 7:08 right now. I'll go as late as 8. But if the questions drop off by 7:30, I'm going to cut it. So, and then I'll do another one of these. I will do one of these like at least every week until the campaign's done, if not more. And really, this isn't about me owning Stickam. That has never been an aspiration of mine. I don't want that responsibility, but I don't want that site to go away. I would much rather be here in front of a camera talking to you, just having fun, or interviewing, Bria Grant or Glenn Whitman, who's a writer from Fringe, or any of the cool people that I've had the opportunity to talk to because of Stickam. That is much more up my alley. And I would love to have people like Polarity Pictures and Zen Archer, Matthew Lush, even Anthony Vanity, who I probably don't get along with, or Kiki Cannibal, to be a part of sort of like a Stickam committee, if and when we buy it, to, watch over and go, okay, you've gotten a lot of suggestions of things people want, and you want to do these 7 things, do these 2, and then we'll talk about the other 5. I welcome that. I think having a group of, checks and balances is important, and a sort of user community. One of the other things I would love to do when we get Stickam back is to have this every week. As the new CEO, like, boom, let's have a town meeting. What's good, what's bad this week? What did you like? What didn't you like? What should we be doing next? And just taking those thoughts from the users and seeing what we can do with them or what we can't. It's always been a community thing, and it is the only live streaming site where the staff really seemed like it was a part of the community. Aaron was, on stream a lot back when Adam was working for Stickam. He was doing Gleaming the Cube with my ex-roommate Tony Stockert, and with Aaron at that point, Novak. And, that staff was a part of the community. And I'd love to bring them back and that community back. And for anyone, again, watching, tuning in late, I want to reiterate the concept that this is a fixed Indiegogo campaign. So if we don't raise that money, it goes back to the donators. There is no risk here, unless, of course, you're the one person that donates $5 million. In which case, you should just buy the company. Ken, Polarity Pictures asks, how can the new stick be able to expand? Oh, no, that was the same old question. I thought it updated. Same question. Let me check the Twitter and the Facebooks if we've got anything. Nope, lots of people retweeting this link. Thank you to Crimson Ooze, Doc the Gaffer, the Boy Blue, and all those people who have retweeted this link and stuff like that. Anything on the Facebook page? Yeah. Okay. Nope, just my wife. Oh, okay. That's a good tweet that I just got. Polarity, did the room kick you out or something? What if Stickam became a desktop app like Skype? Use the web as a directory instead. Huge offload of resources, which is a great idea. I don't know the technology behind it, so I would actually have to, talk to one of the programmers and see what makes sense there. But I think that's brilliant. And that goes along the lines of what I was saying with cloud sharing of server space. Anything we can do. If there's a desktop app that takes some of that strain and cost away from the company's servers, that's a great idea, and I bet, it's my intuition, but I bet we can use that to alleviate the lag as well. And it should. We need, if and when the company comes back, for it to grow with the technology, and cloud technology and iPhone apps and mobile apps and desktop apps is where it's going. And Stickm's been great. I think their iPhone app is one of the best live streaming apps that there is. It's one of the only ones that did broadcasting up until a few months ago. And I'm sure there are tweaks that can be made. I haven't seen what it looks like on the iPad. I was going to pull it up, and then I realized that would be in vain at this point. But you can still see the architecture to it. Yeah, it's a really smooth app. I miss this place. It's funny, they still have ads going. That's nice. But yeah, I mean, you got your big video area and all that stuff. You have the chat room. Yeah, I can't really pull up much because it's non-functional anymore. And here's another thing. I've been talking a lot about if I can raise the money, but for some reason can't secure the transaction. For some reason we can't come to an agreement. It might be possible to get a breakdown of the name costs this much, the community and the website costs this much, the database costs this, blah, blah, blah. And we might be able to get just enough of the good stuff, to make a run for it. But who knows? Ken, you didn't like the iPhone app? It was too small? I mean, it's an iPhone. Get the iPad then. It's possible to change that. You have to run around the block naked if you don't get the 5 million. No. If I get the 5 million, I should run around the block naked. Yeah. I've already I've put it out there. There is a perk for the people who think I can't get the money and want to support me not getting the money, $50 will get you the I told you so on indegogo.com/stickam. You put your $50 in. When and if, let's go if I don't get the money, I will dedicate a video to you, name you by name, and say, yep, you were right, didn't get it. But yeah, if I get $5 million, whatever, and whatever the change on that is, which is a stupid amount of money, I'll, sure, run around the block naked, fine. New CEO arrested for indecent exposure. You got it. Yeah, and really, if there are people out there, I'm the only one attached to the Indiegogo right now. If there are people out there who want to help me with that, I will put you on it, you know, and name you as part of the new Stickam users committee when it comes back, you know. Just let me know. If you have an Indiegogo account, email me, sam@gmail.com. I may have to know you before I actually do that, or at least have heard of you. But if you're interested in helping in any way, let me know that. Should post that running blog, inviting comments and ideas, ramp it up. Okay. I'll create a Save Stickam Tumblr tonight. In fact, I could probably do it right now. Here we go. I've been in a... But again, also, it's only $1 to get attached to the Indiegogo page and get the updates on that. Because I'm going to end up double posting things. Maybe there's a way to auto update from one to the other and vice versa. But I am not sure. Here we go. I'm going to create a new one just for you guys on the Tumblr. Create new blog. Anyone have a preference to Occupy Stickam or Save Stickam? Where is the thing? Do. All right, here we go. Creating the Tumblr. I'm probably not going to see that up there. Oh boy, okay. Any running suits? I was not told of any lawsuits. Though I did not specifically voice any verbiage that way, so I will ask that, of course, before anything goes through. There are solutions for lag and the like. Zen Live provided that at Stickam. Cool. As I was saying, 12 yeah. Mia says, Tiny chat is close, however it has bugs and is reminiscent of Stickam chat rooms more than the user live rooms, which I prefer, as well as I do. Yeah, I've always preferred the user experience to the chat room experience. If you guys are familiar with what we're saying, you know, the personal profile rooms. And no, we're not going to password protest that. Okay, guys, savestickam.tumblr.com now exists, and I will be updating that. So go there and subscribe to that, or to the RSS feed if you have a Google Reader and whatnot. Oh wait, you want Occupy Stickam? Well, Occupy Stickam is the hashtag. I can change the thing. Shit. Okay. I gotta scroll down. I just got all of the stuff. Okay. Wow, so many new things. Then, okay. I see the trying not to be negative thing, and thank you. I understand. You know, it's crazy. Okay, Stickam is part of my. God, there's so many comments. Okay. Wish there was an oh God, this is exactly why I want Stickam back. Finding the trail of comments at the end on the YouTube stream is sucky because it does like it waits and it waits and it waits and like 15 minutes in it's like here's 40 comments. Scroll through that, sucker. Okay, I think I found the end. We're gonna roll up here. Are you looking for cams along with host cam? I'm not sure what that question was, Zen. Are you saying, am I looking to buy, hardware as well? If you're asking about reformatting Stickam, I want to keep the design as close to the Stickam profile as we can. I mean, I assume we can. Okay, not actually the original, but yeah, okay. Stickam was a part of my life. Me too, Gothic Twig. 7 years I was on Stickam, live streaming 2 to 4 times a week. Sometimes as much as, like, oh God, I don't even know, like 20 hours a week. I was talking to a friend about remote live classes. That was one of the ideas back in 2007. Yeah, Polarity, that's a great idea. And teaming up with educational places like that and offering live streaming services to them, I think is important. Yeah, I'd actually done a lot of work with Los Angeles Valley College, and we did live streams through them, and they would welcome more stuff like that. Plus, if there was any way to get in on like educational grants, that would be great. Okay, Mia, Stickam was something special for me personally. It changed the way I maintain friendships in real life and online in a secure way. Yeah, me too. And honestly, when the hammer came down and I did my last show ever, I saw so many people from 5, 6, 7 years ago that I like every 10 minutes I was just like, oh my God, and that person and that person and that, how did I not remember you? Oh my God. And just so many old faces. And I was like, how did we lose touch and stuff like that? That was awesome. It was so cool. And it dawned on me, and that's half the reason I made the Indiegogo campaign, because I saw all these old people coming back, to give it a send off. And they were like, I know I haven't actively been using it as much, but I never thought it would go away. And, and a lot of people still have been actively using it as much. So we did that. Yeah, Zen, yeah, the concept of the users owning it is something I want to explore. It's something that I didn't want to straight out put out there because I don't know the legal ramifications. I don't know what that really takes. And I wasn't willing to make a commitment to something that I thought was cool in a whim. And it is something I would like to work toward, but I don't know how that works. I've never run a company that cost that much money and, had to do that. And that's transparent. That's truth, So I didn't want to do anything that would have legal ramifications that I couldn't foresee, and I didn't want to put that out there. But that is something that I think is worth doing. And I think if the users come together and raise all this money, whether or not we get 5 million, if we just get 100,000 or 200,000, that's enough to show another company that the users care, and that maybe they'll come in and do it if we can't. But I would like to explore an option of, not like a Facebook publicly traded thing, but like a Green Bay Packers, we all own Stickam, I think that would be awesome. I think that would be amazing. And I think that would just be like, fucking like, just the, I'm choked up. I can't. That would be an intuitive solution. Tech Pepsi says the original Stickam look was great, and I missed that so much. Yeah, again, things like that are things that I would want to do. Is give the users a choice. Like, you want this type of account or you want this type of account. Like, and each one would have a different type of setup. Or we just get a general vote and go, everyone wants that? You want to be able to do glittery GIFs like MySpace used to do? Great. No, I'm just kidding. Although I do miss the ability to, click on links in the chat room. That should be up to that should be an admin responsibility. You should get a thing that says, Crimson News has posted a URL. Make it a clickable link. And then it's up to you. You go, yes. Or one of your mods, a trusted mod could do it. Or at least, at the very least, as the runner of the room, the user, the admin, you should be able to make that clickable link. Any link you paste should be clickable, if not the user ones. I also miss being able to embed things in my comment section, videos or images. And again, that's something where you should have the option, if other people have posted it, which they did, you agree to it or you don't. I really think we can buy a Stickam even if I'm not able to donate. And so do I, Gothic Twig. There are millions and millions of users, and it just takes a little bit. You say you're not able to donate $1. Donate $1 now. And then maybe at the end of the month, maybe you find that you have more. But really, again, it's a fixed campaign. If you donate and I don't get I don't raise the money to make the goal $5 million, you get it back. It does not come to me, It is a fixed campaign. This is all or nothing. Just need to rally support. And podcasts will be going up, hopefully soon, to encourage more people to do that. I don't know anything about Zynga going bankrupt, so I'm going to pass that one off. If and when we get Stickam back, I'm planning to do more live stuff somehow. Great, Gothic Twig. That's awesome. At the end of the day, cool. Zen, if you have experience with business to that extent, please contact me, samproof@gmail.com, and let's be talking. I really, I really do not mean to be a figurehead and a CEO. That's not my life. I am an entertainer. I'm a broadcaster. I've been doing Stickam and YouTube for 7 years. I've worked in production since early 2000. And that's where my heart's at, is creating and broadcasting and producing and writing. I have a novel coming out. Watch for that. So yes, Zen, I would love to hear your thoughts on, creating a company that would be bought and owned by the people. And I know it's lagging, guys. I'm sorry. There's only so much I can do on YouTube stream, and that's why I want Stickam back. Oh man, that dropped down a lot. I don't know what's going on. You're right, the high-end office space was a little over the top. The valet is a bit cheap. Yeah, it's definitely a better choice, Doc Gaffer. I went a little link happy. Thank you, Mia. You are like the #1 supporter of this cause, and I appreciate that. I have to go to work now. See you, Doc. If Stickam came back, says Tech Pepsi, there's need to improve the mobile apps, but there needs to have a lot of testers for those apps too. And that's, I agree. Obviously, people have had complaints about the mobile app. I was a pretty big fan of it. I didn't use it regularly. I like to use the browser version. So yes, along those lines of improving the mobile app or creating a desktop app or just alleviating, flagging, creating a beta user group to test out apps and things like that, where you get, hey, you're the first person that gets to try Stickam 0.3 on the iPhone. I think people would jump at that opportunity. I certainly would. So sure, that's definitely there. Obviously, we have to prioritize things of that nature. First comes first, we cut costs. We move out of the high-end office space. We figure out the best ways to change the back end to alleviate server costs, and we do a data purge, and all of those things come first. A redesign of the app and creating a desktop app and a user admin of trusted admin community is probably going to come second. Let's see. Zen says, it's a shame this had to happen so fast. There are so many unanswered questions. And I agree. I only learned about Stickam closing like 5 hours before everybody else did, because I literally had written Andy and I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Sunday during the Super Bowl. Can you feature me? And he literally just like responded with, I am so sorry. Don't say anything to anyone. Stickam closing tonight. And I was like, whoa, what? Like, it literally was like somebody that I loved and trusted came over and shot my dog in the face while I watched. And I was like, I don't understand. I was in shock and livid and uneasy in the stomach for like 30 hours. I'm still freaked out about the whole thing. I'm like, I have no idea what to do next, because obviously the YouTube stream kind of sucks. Sam, you should offer incentives in the company and having a say in new ideas for the site. Yeah, again, Stoudman, I don't know if you were here for this, but I want to create a user committee that's sort of an overseeing committee to just on the ideas side of things, go like, these are things that you should definitely be working on, and these are things you can back burner for a while. These are important, these are not. I didn't put that into the Indiegogo because I don't have experience with it. And also Indiegogo, I know Kickam does this, but I'm pretty sure the Indiegogo verbiage says that I cannot offer that. That is not a perk that I'm allowed to offer. So that is something we would have to do after the buyout happens. And it is something I am willing to do and I want to do, and I'm on the record with that. I would love to have this be a user-owned site. I think that makes sense. You know, and that's a great idea. I have no problem helping out. Clearly, thanks, Mia. Info should be in essential information. Again, I just created the savestickam.tumblr.com. So I didn't get the updates fast enough. But hashtag Occupy Stickam, guys, on Twitter. Okay, the it just updated again. God damn this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go in reverse order. So let me get back. I can find the Occupy Stickam things really quick. And again, for anyone joining right now, thank you for joining me. I'm only gonna go for another half hour because I have to eat dinner and my wife has the flu and she's pregnant, so I'd like to actually take care of her. As much as I love Stickam and I want to see it come back, I do have to make responsibilities like taking care of my wife first. I'm loving that this comment stream is a lot of former YouTube chat peeps, and I am glad as well. Yeah, you're some of the people that I've known the longest on Stickam, and some of the friendliest, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to get a lot of the scene kids in here, and I had a feeling we wouldn't, but whatever. And following on Tumblr, thank you. I'll write that in the room as well. The Tumblr.com. It probably won't let me put the actual dot in there. This is the Tumblr. Savestickam.tumblr.com. And, oh God, it just updated again. Okay. And Mia, since you've been so supportive, if you have a Tumblr account, I would love to make you a mod on the Save Stickam Tumblr account to help post updates and things like that. If you would like to do that, please email me, samproof@gmail.com, your email, and I will put you up as a member. And Zen and Polarity, I would willingly give that to you guys as well. Yes, clickable links need to come back. What's up? I'm not Tom Green. How you doing, John? One of my good friends who used to be my troll, my personal troll on Stickam, who I turned into a friend, but still is a troll. I'm actually surprised there aren't more trolls on here. I did have one person call this a scam, and this is not a scam. This is something I've been intimately involved with for 7 years. And I can't fathom it being not a part of my life. Like, I turn on my phone and I see the Stickam iPhone symbol or the app symbol, and it just breaks my heart. Then the particulars of what Stickam would be or how it would work are conversations for down the road. Saving it is step one when you make it come later on. Definitely, I agree. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Somebody tweeted me that the room is not working. If somebody could tweet me that it is, let me know. Oh, I just auto-scheduled that. That's not good. Okay, great. Thanks, Polarity. Just actually said that it does. Zen's going to drop me a private music. Great, 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 great. Gothic since people are trying to get Stickam back. I think Stickam should keep the same name. I agree. I mean, I think that's, why I'm doing what I'm doing is we should all have what we're used to and where we're used to it, and then go from there and make it better. Thanks, Dallin. Well, Dallin doesn't seem to have any lag, so for anyone who's lagging, I apologize. Okay. You could at least just say that everyone will have an opportunity to have their ideas, their voices heard. Definitely, Stoudman, I don't know if you were here, but I would love to have... this is something I didn't say, is Ken had mentioned this, Polarity Pictures, about creating a Stickam forum, which they had at one point, and it was... I don't remember why, but they got rid of it. And I'd love to bring that back, as a place to voice ideas. But also, if Stickam comes back, I would love to do this kind of show every week, if not Monday through Friday, of a sort of town hall where people can come and go, I'd like to have, I think this would be a cool idea. Do this thing, or this update was terrible, And I know we're going to get both sides of that. A lot of times when you change things on a website, people don't get it right away. Facebook is notorious for doing that and people lashing out. And you need to have, A, the user ability to voice those things and be heard. But B, I think having a committee of specific users to be a barometer inside that and go, yes, this is a great idea. And no, that's a terrible idea, or just, we hear what they're saying, but this change was a necessary change for this reason. I think that's important. I'm trying to scroll up before it updates again, because the last time it did it fast. If value can make a company that doesn't have a typical structure where there is no one boss that has more, but we can too. Oh, Valve. I'm actually not familiar with that company. Cool. I will look into that. These said apps for Windows. Not sure exactly that comment, but there should be apps for every major mobile device. I almost fell off the bed when I heard it was closing. Yeah, Gothic Twig, me too. That was a freak out. You changed my entire week. Zen, you got the email 20 minutes before it actually closed. Yeah, I didn't even see an email. It was, not a site-wide email, just because I talked to Andy and other staff members. If Stickam was able to be brought back, you could charge a storage fee. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, RSH. I was saying that viewing accounts should still be free. Broadcasting accounts should still be free. And, up to a certain limit. They never... they never really enforced their data limits, and that was a major problem until last fall, and they never made us get rid of those ancillary files, I'm going to call them. And yes, so I think everything should stay free up until the point of you're using this for too much storage. So yeah, we create accounts that... Or package deals for people who want to store archives. People like me, I was doing 4 to 5 hours worth of video archives a week. That's crazy. It's my fault, guys. I'm sorry. No, Meltdown and the Deer Guy and all those places that were doing streams that continuously and archiving those things for hours and hours and hours. there should be a package for that. There should be like, you know, X amount. Podbean does it. Why wouldn't Stickam do it? But again, another solution I had for that is integrating the back end of archiving your videos to YouTube. Oh my God, I would have preferred to do an hour-long video knowing that when it was done, it would forward that video to my YouTube account. Holy crap, I would have done twice as many videos a week. Because that's just awesome, you know. And also because YouTube has an ad revenues program in place already, so that just makes sense for people like me. My account, my YouTube, you guys all saw the damn ad, I'm sure. I'm sorry, I apologize. Had to be done. You know, so I think that's a necessary joining of forces, Stickam and YouTube. You know, and if for some reason YouTube wouldn't do it, Daily Motion or Blip TV or one of those other things, or even all of them, you know, give it the option. You know, I always was upset that Clout never teamed up with YouTube. I think that is a natural pairing. YouTube, Stickam. Wow, I've lost my mind now. This is what happens when you talk for an hour, 45 minutes straight, and there's no cam slots on the side to let other people talk. This is why we need Stickam back, so I don't say YouTube instead of Stickam. But yeah, I thought Clout would have been a natural pairing as well, because they have a team of advertisers that are coming to them. Stickam people have a crazy amount of reach, and they never took advantage of that. You know, I would love to have a dedicated person watching, you know, our partners and going like, these are the 100 partner accounts, 1,000 partner accounts. Let's get product placement sponsors for them. Let's hook them up with, you know, vitamin chumpy chump water sucker or whatever. And go from there. Okay, strangle the haters with your dreads. Thank you, Dallin. Will do. For sure. But also, again, for the haters, I have a special perk at indegogo.com/stickam just for you called I Told You So, where you can donate the price of a meal with alcohol and a date, where you're probably going home alone anyway, for my humble you were right. You know? My wife is texting me that somebody is at the door. So guys, last 15 minutes. Let's get some more questions going. And to one Ron 04, hey, my Stickam Android app stopped working. Mine too. I was freaking out. Okay, guys, hang on for 2 minutes, guys. My wife is sick with the flu in bed. I will be right back. Okay, guys. Welcome. This is my dog, Charlie. Charlie, say hi to the internet. Great. Sorry, my sick wife was very insistent that A, I let the dog out, and B, I answer the door, which was actually a package for me. So while I'm waiting for your questions to update, what is this link, Ken? You might need to do more of these live events to prod people into participating, preferably Skype as it's better. Does Skype do a group chat? I almost never use Skype. So Polarity, thank you for that. I will consider all options and possibly even simulcasting to different things because I can do that. I don't know if I'll be able to get all the comments at once, but that's a thing. There we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is all stuff that I got. I did not buy this. These are all... Hey, that's funny. They sent me this twice. You know, these are all screeners that I got, you know, from A, you know, being a live streamer, and B, working for Crave Online and stuff like that. And Ken says, yes, Skype can do group chats and videos too. Great. I will attempt to do that in the future if that's what it takes. Yeah, I'm gonna at least do one of these a week. I'll try to do more. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll do a couple in different places, different times. So every Monday I do Stickam or YouTube. Again, I switch YouTube and Stickam because they're interchangeable. No, they're not. What is this bubble link, Ken? As I'm waiting for things to update in the room. My own feed has frozen on the YouTube side of things, so I wonder if the comments have as well. Sorry. I'm checking out the bubble link. Riveting television here, folks. Stay tuned. Okay. Oh, okay. Still all working smooth on this end. Great. Thanks, Dallin. Write something in the... Okay, works fine here. Thanks, Scooby. I guess you guys just haven't typed in any questions. Where's the place to add my credit card to? Oh, it just updated a bunch of things. On the Indiegogo, I have to take a look at it. I don't know. Oh, God, now it did like 30 million questions. Okay. Oh, there's the my Stickam Android app stopped working. Run! And even more questions. Oh, God, this YouTube comment auto-update thing is not intuitive enough. What's up, Garbage Gamer? How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah. And congrats on the baby. Thank you, RS. Watching hockey. Good job, John. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. I would suggest a panel of users to discuss the subject in the future. Definitely. Mobile is the future. I agree. Mobile is the future. And, you know, putting a lot more focus on that is definitely important. Will this be available on BB10? Is that a Canadian joke, I assume? Hey, everyone. Hated the most recent changes on YouTube, but the things they added to the experience are absolutely awesome. I agree. You know, I know a lot of times we make changes on websites, we react negatively to them immediately because people hate change, but it does usually end up being for the better. John knows that I killed Stickam. The amount donated went up by 100. Awesome. A friend of mine told me the night before it was going to go. Okay. Stickam isn't popular here in Romania. I've been a member since 2009. I feel pretty bad now that it's gone, so I'll try my best to let people know about Stickam here and help out. Thank you, Scooby. And by the way, I'm part Romanian. Look. See? You can tell. I kind of look like that guy that killed a lot of people. You're brilliant to connect Stickam and YouTube. Thank you. I have wanted them to do that forever, and it's just, like, seriously, that would be the number one. Right after I brought back being able to feature little chats in the big chat, that would be the thing I want to do next, is connect Stickam and YouTube to archive immediately. You can let people use the service for free, but put video ads over streams, but here the thing, have a counter that shows broadcasts when the ad is going to pop up. I'm not completely sure I understand how that's different than what it was, Stoutman. That way, oh wait, here we go. That way, broadcasters can warn their video viewers and aren't taken aback themselves by random video ads over their content. Cough, cough. Yeah, I did say something along those lines. So the way I'm saying it is, like I could do that right now on YouTube. I could go, hey guys, here's an ad, click a button and an ad will come up. I can do it every 7 minutes if I wanted to, but because of the nature of this, I'm not doing that. And I think that's fine. You know, as a viewer and a user, I would sit through that if I knew that that's what it took. You know, a 30-second ad tops, though. There's so many companies that Ustream do way longer ads, and it's like ridiculous. It's like, you know, you're already in the middle. There should not be an ad longer than 30 seconds, man. But also, I think being able to allow the user to update when a new banner ad comes up, those are almost completely invasive. And if even one person clicks on it, some amount of revenue happens. Fine. Let's have the users have the ability to cycle those. Or even sell on behalf, you know, take a percentage. Like they make a sale if they approach, you know, the Nerdist and go, hey, I'll promote that for you. You get an ad on my account, but it also goes out to all these other ones. I get a percentage of that. Fine. And we don't actually have you talking to them. We just make an easy link on the back end that goes there. All right. In my opinion, Tom Green says, or he's not Tom Green, there should be 2 tiers, one for broadcasters who are casual and one for content creators. Creators may pay like $1 a month but have ads on their streams. Sure, I agree. You know, and I just saw Mia's post to Miles, who I would love to have in here talking, because Miles is somebody I've met and I appreciate, and he's done amazing things with Stickam as well. Speaking of, you know, when I was talking about causes and how it's a worthy cause to save Stickam, Miles has raised tens of thousands of pounds, technically, in StickAid every year for 5 years or something like that. You know, and if he was just to be doing that on this, you know, on his YouTube account, maybe he wouldn't get that. Probably he wouldn't get that. So it's done a world of good for people. Posted to Twitter and joined the Tumblr. Okay, fist bump. Stares at Green. Nice dog, nice pillow. Thanks, guys. So you're the one to let the dogs out. Bum, 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 bum. And Zen said Google Hangout has guest cam slots, which it does. I've never used the G Plus Hangout thing. Do you still get the big video as well? I actually wondered if I could do this with a Google Hangout. Up to 9 in Google Hangouts. That's pretty cool. I wonder what the lag is like on that. I've actually never been in one of those, oddly enough. I actually still use Stickam right up to the day it died. Too bad they didn't let us recover our friends lists. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that would have been nice. I also agree with that. Although I do have somewhere on my Gmail a folder of just, this person friended you, this person friended you. So I could actually in time find them. Dallin says the big video in G Plus Hangouts scrolls between all users. So it just automatically does it, or is somebody in control of that? And get your improv guy in on this. Spread the word. Like, yeah, thanks, Tom. John. Zen says YouTube Live is Google Plus. Technically, there are 2 different types of live on YouTube. This is not Google Plus. This is a back-end YouTube Live limited release to a certain amount of partners. Machinima has it, and some other people like that. If you go to youtube.com/live, there's a whole different section that is not related to Google Hangouts at all. And that's what this is. Okay. I actually got through all of those questions. I don't know if it's going to refresh again before I decide to close up for the night. It is 8 almost in 6 minutes. And I'm going to have to go take care of my sick pregnant wife. So please, please pass this along. I will definitely do another one of these next Monday, if not sooner. I'll explore doing it on Skype and some other things like that. If I can, I might actually be able to do a couple different ones at once. Because A, I have multiple computers, and B, I use CamTwist, which usually lets you patch into different softwares. So I'll probably do, I could probably do a Skype one and a YouTube one and maybe a Blog TV and Ustream in the future. So guys, go to savestickam.tumblr.com, follow that. I need to turn, we got questions, new questions. Okay. Sam, we need to get more tuber stickhammers in on this to help spread the word. I would love to have Miles Dyer, Matthew Lush, and all of those people in on it. Anyone you want to contact. Do you really think even if you don't raise the $5 million but a sizable, you get the attention of other sites that might contribute? Punkman, I definitely think that. I think, if the users pool together and don't raise $5 million, but raise, a couple 100,000 in 30 days, that's going to be noticeable, People are going to be like, okay, that's pretty good. I think that's all it's going to take. Whether or not it's me or somebody else doing the final buy doesn't matter. Making a symbolic gesture and a stand here before it's just gone, I think that's up to all of us to do that, and I think that's what we should be doing. Is there a way you can put your audio up? My speakers are quiet. Sorry guys, I'm going to turn this up slightly for one person, and I hope that's enough. I'm actually not getting a readout on my soundboard right now, which is concerning. But it should still be going. Hang on one sec. All right, I don't know why it's not reading, but yeah, I turned it up a little, but tried not to do too much. Zen, this is not a Google Hangout. This is a YouTube live stream. It uses Wirecast for YouTube. It is very specific, and I had to have this activated on my account. I'm surprised there's no ad on this YouTube stream. I did not did not turn them all on. Yes, big video. Leave and change these videos. Okay, it seems like I might be done. Okay. Video to try and get support. Dallin, you seem to be the only one who has the best connection. Do you hear me and see me still? Keep me posted on the updates. I will do that, Mia. If you hear that, too bad we can't find all the stray cats in the world and turn them into revenue. Great. Thanks, John. I tried to put a whole big sticker and stars. Guys, if you're watching this and you're supporting this, then please, if all of you tweet at Andrew WK and Matthew Lush and and whoever was big on Stickam, they may actually take notice and try and get involved and retweet it and stuff like that. Videos white except your moniker at the bottom. Reels. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. That's interesting. Let's do this. There you go. All right. That should take care of the video thing. I don't know why that camera cut out. That's cool. That's fine. I appreciate that. Technology's awesome. Guys, I got to get going for the night. I see Blue. I don't see him, but I do here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all your thoughts and your support and even your criticisms. Stickam has always been a place for trolls. John knows that. And it's warranted. It's a crazy notion. So thank you for joining me. I will definitely do this again next Monday, if not sooner. Go to savestickam.tumblr.com and follow that for more updates. I have to turn on the ability to submit questions to it, but I'll do that, and I'll try to answer questions from there as well. And Mia, thank you for all of your help, and I'll give you access to that Tumblr account as well. Zen, thank you for being the sort of counterpoint or devil's advocate, though not as hardcore as you could have been, and I appreciate that even more. Again, everyone needs to reach out and spread the word. Thank you, Mia. And yeah, seriously, guys, I couldn't love a site more than Stickam, and just I want to have that another 7 years at least. So let's do what we can. And thank you, Howling Wolf, for joining me. So yeah, it's always been my favorite site, and let's just do that. Okay, say goodnight, Charlie. All right, Charlie. Very funny. I'll see you guys on Twitter. Tweet me at SamProof. Go to the Indiegogo. Please donate whatever you can. Yeah, and just to address that really quick, Zen, hard questions need thought. And it's true. This came down so quickly, and I put up the Indiegogo that night. I would have actually done a Kickstarter like 5 hours earlier, but I had problems with it, and Kickstarter said it was going to take 7 days to approve, and I was like, we don't have time. We got to go with this thing. So it's a big thing. It's a big process and purchase and crazy notion, and I've put as much thought into it as possible, but there's always going to be more, and it's always going to take more, and it's going to take other people. So that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next Monday, if not sooner. Tweet me at SamProof. Go to savestickam.tumblr.com. Follow that. Join that. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/SamProof. And I'll see you next time. And stay strong. How do I stop this crazy machine? It was on... here it is. Bye, guys.